What is going on, everybody? We got a new little jingle there, just like the show. We're going to be quick and dirty here with this stuff, so we keep it moving, man. Aaron, on a scale of 1 to 10, how frustrating was yesterday?
Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I was sitting there watching the Cardinals last night, really enjoying it. I was up 3-2 going into the ninth inning. Thought, all right, we got this thing. And kind of the equivalent of losing a photo finish in horse racing is a blown save in baseball, like especially when you're the Cardinals and you're playing the Marlins. But sure enough, Cardinals blow the save, end up getting beat 4-3. They had runners at first and second with only one out in the bottom of the ninth, trying to respond and lost. Hit into a double play to end the game. So it was frustrating.
Yeah, not wonderful for me either. The Astros have 2 base runners in 3 of the 5 innings and can't get one across as Verlander 2 hits the Mets, or the 2 hits the. I can't remember who the hell we're playing now. The Mets. Through 5 innings. So Verlander does his part. The offense just does not show up. Decides not to score till the 7th. I got to say, betting the first 5 innings and losing and then winning the game pisses you off even more when you bet the first 5 innings.
I could imagine that would have been frustrating. I was kind of following it on the ESPN app, and I was like, yeah, they got runners, though. They didn't score. Uh-oh. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. But Verlander was great. He pitched a gem if you like Verlander, if you like the Astros.
Yeah, it was good from that perspective. Just sucks from the betting part. But not a great day yesterday. We're going to be right back at it today. Before we jump into the sports bets, got 2 nice little pick 6 pools here. One at Gulfstream, one at Belmont. Neither of us are playing a horse today, so I figured we should talk a little bit about those before we get into it. And I love the fact we already got people commenting here. So Dave Bautista throwing out his best bets for UFC 276. We got Jared firing away at Tampa. I love that. Can't hate a fire at Tampa there. So Belmont and Gulfstream, man. Which sequence do you like more? Any horses that really stood out to you today?
Belmont, to me, I think is going to be kind of chalky. So I'm a little bit worried about the chalk at Belmont. You're going to have a strong favorite in the 4th race with Crypto Cash. I don't know how you get past the 7 in the 7th race with Price Discipline. These are horses I wanted to put as the best bets, but we don't do, horses that we think are going to be under even money. And I think there's going to be a few of those in the sequence. Number 4, Sugar Hill in the 9th, another horse that I think is going to be really tough to beat. So Belmont looks chalky. This Gulfstream thing, I think, can get a little nutty, don't you?
It's a really, really difficult sequence because you don't have monster fields, but you're not going to have any of these shorter priced horses, and it's a lot of horses that are unreliable. So when you combine the unreliability with the no heavy favorites part of it, you really got to pick your spots and figure out how you're going to structure a ticket to be able to try and get there. It's going to be over $1 million in that pool today. Definitely worth playing. But man, it's not an easy sequence at all. Over at Belmont, I almost used one of the horses. I almost used the 5 horse as my best bet of the day, Salib, in the 3rd race. It's on the turf. I think the horse is a good shot going gate to wire, 7-2 in the morning line. Over at Gulfstream, I kind of like a first or second time starter. 5th race, Sonicus, 2nd time out for Saffie Joseph. This is a horse that Saffie owns himself, and he had in a maiden claimer, moving up to a maiden special weight now for a 2nd start off a layoff and the lone speed in the race. So if we can get 3-1 on Sonicus, I think it's a pretty good price as well.
Well, you talk about Gulfstream. I do have Sonicus on top in that race. And like I said, I think he's going to be pretty tough there. I was kind of, as you were talking, I was looking. I have a favorite picked on top once out of 8 races at Gulfstream today. It's going to be wild. I'm with you. Like when you string together 6 races with this caliber of horse, really, I don't know. The 7th and 8th race, these horses aren't terrible, but the rest of this card, it's like, wow, it's not great. So something weird's going to happen, I would say, in one of these races.
This is my kind of Gulfstream card. I love these lower levels. I'm big into. I've been killing the synth over there, so I'm excited we got those synth races in there. It's like I'm excited. I think this thing could actually pay pretty decently, and I think it's a challenging sequence, but I think it's a hittable sequence. And if you're right and you're able to string together even a bunch of 4-1s, I think this thing pays pretty good.
That's kind of what the strategy I used with that. And just try to string together 4 and 5-1 shots. You have a couple of prices in there that I used. But yeah, I could see a lot of $10 to $12 winners on this card. Like I said, I've got a lot of 5-1s, 6-1s, 4-1s kind of picked on top today. So that's going to be very interesting on what would be a sleepy day, we would call it at Gulfstream. And now we're getting pretty wild, I think.
And do you know why there's a mandatory payout today?
I do, and it's so interesting, and it's the same reason why Tampa is running as well. It's the end of the fiscal year, and everything has to be paid out today. Yep. So that's why it's here. So if this was on a Tuesday, Gulfstream would be running.
Yep.
All tracks in Florida are going to run June 30th and July 1st, end of the fiscal year, beginning of the fiscal year.
You got to empty those coffers. It's a general accounting practice nightmare if you have 200 grand sitting in a carryover pool and you're trying to figure out how to close out the year. So I love the fact that we get it. It's awesome that it's a random June 30th, and we have an interesting Thursday here with 83K sitting in the Belmont Pick 6 pool and 200 plus K sitting in the Gulfstream Pick 6 pool. It's going to be a fun little horse day. But without further ado, we're talking about some sports here and what we're betting today. We're both relying here on some NL Central teams. Aaron, you want to kick us off here?
Sure, I'll kick us off. And full disclosure, I've been looking like crazy for some horses, and it's just, gosh, every one of them that I really like, it's like, yeah, they're going to be 4 to 5. But I ended up landed on the Milwaukee Brewers today to beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. If you look at how they've done so far this year, the Brewers are 6-0 against the Pirates. They've been pretty dominant. The last time they were in Pittsburgh, it was just a shit show for the Pirates. Pirates got 8 runs in the first game and couldn't beat them. They lost 12-8. And the Brewers controlled them 3-1 and 3-2 in the next 2. Both pitchers not very good, so I expect a high-scoring game. I don't know what the total is. Didn't look that up, but I think it'll go over. I think Milwaukee wins. And listen, I've got them right now at minus 120. I don't know why they are that. I think they're a much better team coming in on a 4-game win streak and beating a lot better teams than the Pirates. They beat Toronto and they beat Tampa in the last 4 of those wins. So I'm going to go with Milwaukee to beat the Pirates today.
I like it. It's the Pirates had a couple of call-ups, including O'Neal Cruz, who came up and kind of injected some life into him, and that life has kind of fallen out of them here in the last few games as well. So you saw him play with a little more passion, a little more energy, and that's kind of fallen back. I like the Brewers' play here. They should be able to get the job done for you.
I would hope so. Just no blown saves today. If I'm going to lose, don't make it in the bottom of the 9th.
I'm going to play a bad team, but a team that I think should be the favorite here, and that is the Cincinnati Reds, who are going into Chicago, into Wrigley, and facing the Chicago Cubs. And this is simply, look, these teams are about the same across the board from a offensive standpoint. Neither team is dominant offensively, but in this specific pitching matchup, I feel like the Reds have a wild advantage, and I think it's one that a lot of people don't know about, and that's the reason you're getting the plus 108. First off, Kyle Hendricks, he's not good anymore, guys. He's 3 for 6 this year with a 4.90 ERA. He's 1 for 3 at home with a 5.18 ERA. And the dude just loves giving up the long ball. That's just what he's into now. So he's already given up 11 home runs this year, or 13 home runs this year, 11 of them at home, which is just kind of wild to me. So he's always giving up the long ball in Wrigley. On the other side, you have a pitcher named Grant Ashcraft, who is a rookie this year. He's started 6 games. He's 4-1. He blew up twice, but in the other 4 starts, he got quality starts and was very good. And the key to me is after those 2 blowups, he goes to San Francisco, faced a tough San Francisco lineup, and it's a 6'2" lefty with a 100-mile-per-hour cutter. So it's a very, very good out pitch, very good ground ball pitch. 2 things I like in Wrigley. And he threw it 60% of the time, up from 42% in his previous 5 starts. So the fact that he just went to his best pitch and threw it and dominated with it, I'm hoping we can do it again. Last time, that was an 8-inning outing with 8 Ks against a better offense than this. Now you're going to face a Cubs lineup who's never seen this pitcher. So you got a 6'2" lefty with a 100-mile-per-hour cutter the Cubs have never seen. I'll take the plus 108 and see if we can get a nice little winner home with a plus money.
Yeah, I mean, it's always kind of scary taking a team like the Reds, and you're going to have to watch that game and be like, oh, my God, I can't believe they're trying to blow this. But, yeah, I don't hate it. The Reds have been playing a little bit better as of late. They went into San Francisco and won 2 of 3. They've won, they're 1-1 here in this series with the Cubs. I'm with you. I hate Hendricks. I just don't think he's very good. And so, yeah, I like it. Hopefully the Reds can get some runs. I think they'll need a few, but like I said, hopefully – the rookie comes in here and shuts down the Cubs for you today.
Oh, unfortunately, Kyle Hendricks has already given up 10 dingers in his career to this Reds lineup. He's at 123 at-bats. He's given up 10 homers to this Reds lineup. So hopefully that trend continues, and he just gives up a couple long balls, and that's all we need.
Yeah, listen, a star-studded night tonight at Wrigley Field, 7:05. Make sure everybody's watching this game against the 26-48 Reds and the 29-46 Cubs. So,
must see TV, baby. How many pitches will you watch of the game that you picked today?
0.
I'm the same. I'm actually a Cubs fan too. I will not be watching this. I will be following it because I do like following the scores, but man, it's frustrating to watch baseball sometimes.
I feel like we've talked about this, but how are you a Cubs fan and a St. Louis Blues fan?
Well, it's very easy. I grew up in the early 80s when I was born, right? And I lived in Rochester, New York when I was 3. That's the first time I saw baseball. There's no team in Rochester, New York, but you know what channels we have? You had TBS and you had WGN. And so it was the Cubs or the Braves. Those are the ones you picked. And I picked the Cubs and Harry Carey. And so I would sit there and watch Harry Carey. Actually, I learned how to add and subtract watching baseball when I was a kid. So that was kind of my thing. And I became a Cubs fan. Then we moved to St. Louis. And they're the Blues, where I'd never seen hockey before. I fell in love with Hall and Oates and everything. And then all of a sudden, you got a Chicago and a St. Louis fan in two different sports.
That's fantastic. Yeah, the whole, we had TBS and WGN, man, that hits me so hard too. It hits a lot of people, I think, our age, because that's how, I the same way I chose the Braves. I got obsessed with the pitching staff of Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz, and Steve Avery. And I chose the Braves. But yeah, you're right. Back then, they were on every night, the Braves and the Cubs. So that was a lot of fun. That was the heyday of baseball for me.
It didn't hurt that RBI Baseball 2 for Nintendo had a killer Cubs team as well. You had Maddox, you had Sutcliffe, you had Andre Dawson, Mark Grace, Ryan Sandberg. I mean, I crushed those little fake guys running around with the Cubs pretty much every day for a long time.
I love it. I absolutely love it. That's great. RBI Baseball, another thing that people our age are like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. So.
I love those Nintendo baseball games. And ice hockey for Nintendo, another absolutely stellar one.
Blades of Steel. Did you ever have that game?
I did do some Blades of Steel in my life too, yeah.
Oh, Blades of Steel was an awesome game. I love that game, yeah. Man, we're going way back today.
All right, well, that's about all we got for the show today. We'll quickly throw the picks back up. Aaron's on the Brewers, -124. I'm on the Reds, +108. Not a great start to our week. Tecmo Bowl, also wonderful. Yes, that's that era is what we're looking for. Not a great start to the week yesterday, but we're looking to pick it up here today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure you check out racingnews.com. Have Aaron's free picks for every single baseball game. We got top pick winners for every single race on there. Premium products as well if you're interested.
Oh. Hold on, you said that. I've got 2 more plays for you from Papa Dude. He texted me this morning.
Oh, here we go. All right, I love it. Give me some Papa.
We got to put these up. I'm sorry, I meant to read these and I totally forgot. I'm sorry, Mike. He likes the Astros plus money over the Yankees tonight, and he likes the Padres plus money over the Dodgers.
Did he give you a best bet? We'll throw them on the picks, the official ones.
He gave me 2. He did not follow the rules, but he did give me 2. And like I said, it's the Astros and the Yankees. The Astros and the Padres. Let's put the Astros on there. That's what he listed first. So
all right, Astros is officially Papa Dude's best bet here for the plus money. We got 3 plays tonight: the Astros, the Brewers, the Reds. Baseball, baby. Man, I'm officially pissed, by the way, that the World Cup is not happening in July now, because I would be betting some World Cup soccer if we had that going on next month. But it's going to be a lot of ponies in baseball until we get football rolling back here.
Yeah, I have a feeling when Saratoga starts, we'll really hit hard on that horse racing thing, because there's some real value on the win side that you can get at Saratoga. But yeah, baseball.
I'll be playing preseason football, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go. Come on. Preseason week 1. Can't wait for it, man. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Aaron is going to play the outro in 1 second. We'll go over the picks real quick again. We got the Astros. We got the Brewers. We got the Reds. We'll see everybody back here tomorrow at noon. Other shows today. We got like a bunch today. Magic Mike show coming at you at 5 o'clock. Aaron, you and Jared, you're doing blinkers off tonight, correct?
Yes, I think we'll be on probably 6, in between 6 and 7 Central Time. Usually it's right at 6 or 6:30. But yes, we'll be there. I'm sure we'll be talking about all the big stakes. Hey, this is a pretty damn good weekend of racing. So yeah, we'll be there and we'll be covering you guys with all the stakes action.
I love it, man. Any dudes who bet sports today? Or Papa Dude's still out with the driving?
That was last night, actually. We did the show last night, and we did a kind of a fun little thing. Usually on Wednesdays, I do all the stakes races. I'll go through them real quick and just kind of by myself, just kind of look at them and see who's running and everything. We did it live. It was like, hey, quick look. We're not holding everybody to picks here. It's just like first thoughts as you go through the big stakes races. So we did that, and we had a nice little talk about John Court, and it was a lot of fun. So it's up on the YouTube page now if you want to check that out.
Love it. Make sure you check out the YouTube page for all the stakes previews for every stakes race this weekend. I know that Magic sent us an email with a laundry list of them, so it's going to be a lot of stakes previews out there as well for you. Thank you very much for everybody for joining us. We will see you back again tomorrow at noon. I believe we'll have a 3rd member of the team joining us too. We'll see if that officially happens or not. Good luck with all your plays today.
See you guys.